LUTs. They're gonna make you nuts. No, so no, joking aside, I've got the C100 Mark II. Next level for me in just my cinematography, videography career is on a personal level. I really want to be able to shoot and log, get the most out of my camera. For work, we shoot, we use the C100 all day long just for corporate content, talking head, informational stuff. I really can shoot in standard, I can shoot in wide DR. I really don't, for my workflow, I don't want to add any extra steps. Even with adding a LUT on there, there's still a little bit of work to be done. And to make things go faster and quicker, I'd rather just shoot in wide DR or standard. Standard is really not my favorite. I will desaturate it a little bit to have it match my Canon EOS R. But it's a little, for some skin pigments, it's just a little too much, especially if somebody's kind of got a pinker skin pigment, it makes them kind of red. On a personal note, to shoot, say, a documentary in the future, or just my own personal enjoyment for shooting, I'd like to be able to get the most out of the camera, the most dynamic range, and the best color. So shooting in log on a personal level is really important to me. Don't need it so much for work, but for me personally, that's something I'm interested in. So in learning about log, like you, if you're watching this video, I needed to figure out how to color grade. Well, that's a whole skill set that takes a little while in itself. I've got to take a course or something because I can get it to come out okay, but it's if somebody knows what they're doing, it's just not going to look that good. So to kind of deal with that right now, I was looking for some LUTs to convert from log to Rec 709, and then I can go from there. It's been kind of a weird process. There aren't that many videos on it, or maybe there are, I just couldn't find them. So what I'm going to do is to show you on my computer where to find the Canon LUTs. Probably the biggest challenge is when you see all the LUTs, you're like, holy cow, which ones do I use? So there's also some information, there'll be some links in the description below that will show you which LUTs go to which cameras and which cameras have which log profile. If you have the Canon C100 Mark II, it's just Canon Log. So there's Canon Log 2, Canon Log 3. I think those are the ones that I really saw on there. So if you've got a Canon C100 Mark II, when you look at all of those LUTs, it's just the Canon Log. That's the only one you can use. So in essence, there'll be a whole bunch listed, but you can really only use a handful. That being said, I'll get on the computer here in a second, show you where to find them, and then you can, I'll have some links on where some of those resources are in the description, or if this is on my blog, then on my blog there'll be some links and such. So hopefully that'll be helpful for you, because it's just kind of a nightmare. Oh, I'll also have some other resources. I think there's like a couple other resources where you can get some good LUTs. God, I want to say Central Color or Color Central. He's got a really good LUT. Is it AbelCine or AbelCinema or something like that? I think they've got some. I haven't played around with them all. I just know I found some resources to get, some base resources, and then I'll work with them from there until I develop my own ability to color grade from scratch. So hopefully that's helpful for you. That's it for now. I think down the line, maybe I'll put something together where I test them all out and see which ones I like the best. I know in the little testing that I've done so far, each LUT is really different. So they don't look the same at all. So hopefully this will be helpful, and yeah, we'll catch you later. Okay, so just going to kind of show you where to get these Canon LUTs and a couple other resources that might be helpful for you. So I just go to Canon USA to the site for the EOS C100 Mark II. I mean, you just, it was already there, but you can just put it in there like that. And there it is. Boom, the overview. Let's close that one out. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Never mind. There we go. There it is. Okay. So if you want to use the or get the LUTs, you're going to need to go to product support here, and then you'll just get drivers and downloads, and then here it is, Canon lookup table version 201911. That's the most recent. And yeah, you just click it there, download them. To find out which LUT to use, you can you can get a little report. Let's get back out of here. They have a white paper that you can use, and you just go to resources here. And oh, there it is, Canon Log Gamma Curves. You just download that. It's going to look like this, basically. And I mean, the main part that you're going to need, unless you're, I'm just not geeky enough for the rest of this stuff, is this chart here. And it's going to be the EOS C100 Mark II, C100. It'll, show you the checks on which log you can use. Because when you download that zip file, there's going to be a ton of different LUTs to use in there. In each of those files that you open up, there's really only going to be like 3 in there that are Canon Log. The rest of them are going to be Canon Log 2, Canon Log 3. You can only use those. So you can play with them. You're really just going to have to experiment. I'm super new to this myself. I just wanted to share this on how to find these resources because it took me a little bit to scramble around to just find out which ones. So I called Canon and I was like, hey, which LUT am I supposed to use? And the guy was like, they told us that a person who would use these would already know. And so he didn't know anything. He did send me this report. I didn't know how to find it at the time. And this at least got me to the right set of LUTs to work with. Just a little warning. Those LUTs, they're not perfect. They're all going to come out a little bit different. And you're going to need to do a little work with them. They're not just going to come, look like right out of your television. That's what I kind of thought when somebody told me Rec 709. I think Canon, the way they set things up, it's really, they're going to set you up with a base and then you got to tweak it out. And so for me, that doesn't work that great for doing a lot of volume from a corporate perspective. But like I said, on a personal level, I don't mind doing some extra work to get the result that I want. So another place that you can pick up a LUT, right? I got some free LUTs that he only had one for Canon Log to my memory, and I checked it out, and it was actually pretty good. It looked nice. Was this guy over here at Color Grading Central? I don't get any money for referring this guy. I still need to take his course. He looks, I like his videos. If you'll take a look at my view count, I got like 10 people that have ever looked at my video, so nobody's paying me. But yeah, I liked his. He looks pretty cool. We'll see how his class goes, but he does give you some free LUTs. That one looked pretty good. Another report that I have is from AbelCine, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that here on AbelCine here. And I have this report. I'll link this up too. These guys have this report that I found somewhere online, probably on their blog somehow. And they have a live link to download their LUTs there, and they've got some for Canon Log as well. I haven't tried theirs since I've been playing with Canons, and then I played a little bit with the Color Grading Central. But I've heard a lot of people say good things about AbelCine, so who knows? But these are the resources that I found. If you're just trying to figure out, how to get your log footage to something close to usable without having to really color grade from scratch, then this is the resource that I found. And eventually I'll learn how to do that from scratch for my own personal gratification. But right now, that's not where I'm at. And if you're watching this video, I imagine you're not there yet either, and just looking to at least get the most out of your camera and tighten up your workflow a little bit. So anyways, I will catch you next time.